The elevator doors open and I already feel out of place. Not because I don't belong here, but because every pair of eyes in this lobby is working overtime to figure out why I do. The Grand Meridian Hotel. Marble floors so polished you can see your reflection. Chandeliers that probably cost more than my first apartment. The kind of place where people whisper about money because they have enough to never worry about it. I adjust my tie. Navy blue. Simple. Clean. I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm here because my sister's getting an award tonight. Some charity gala she's been organizing for months. She begged me to come. Said it would mean everything. So here I am. Marcus Cole. 34 years old. Quiet. Kept to myself mostly. The kind of man people overlook until they need something. I scan the room for my sister. Instead, I see her. Vanessa, my ex-wife. She's standing near the bar surrounded by 3 women in designer gowns, laughing like she owns the room. Maybe she thinks she does. We divorced 3 years ago. She said I lacked ambition. Said I was too comfortable being small. Said she needed a man who matched her potential. Her words, not mine. I kept walking, didn't slow down, didn't change direction. But she spotted me anyway. Marcus? I stop. Turn slowly. She's already walking over. The women behind her are watching like this is entertainment. I didn't know you'd be here, she says. Her tone says she wishes I wasn't. Charity event, I reply. My sister's being honored tonight. Vanessa tilts her head. That look. I remember it. The one that measures and dismisses in the same breath. Right. She nods slowly. Tanya's little community project. It's not little. She ignores that. So what are you doing these days? Still at that accounting firm? I left 2 years ago. Oh, her eyebrows rise. And? Consulting mostly. I keep it vague. She smiles. The kind of smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Consulting. She repeats the word like it's a joke. That's brave. Especially in this economy. One of her friends whispers something. They laugh. I don't react. Well, she says. Good luck with that, Marcus. I hope you figure things out eventually. She walks away. Back to her circle. I hear their voices carry. That's him? One asks. Vanessa sighs dramatically. 5 years of my life. I kept waiting for him to step up. Some men just don't have it in them, you know? They peak early. Or never at all. I find my table near the back. The words shouldn't sting anymore. 3 years is long enough to heal, but hearing yourself erased in public hits different. A waiter appears. Something to drink, sir? Water, please. Still. 20 minutes pass. The ballroom fills. Gowns and suits. Champagne glasses clinking. The buzz of people performing wealth for each other. My sister Tanya rushes over. Marcus, you came. I told you I would. She hugs me tight. I know, but still. Tonight's huge. There's someone I want you to meet later. A donor. She's been incredibly generous. I nod. Happy for you, Tanya. You deserve this. She squeezes my arm, then disappears into the crowd. I'm scanning the room when I notice the shift. Conversations pause. Heads turn toward the entrance. A woman walks in. She moves like she has nowhere to be and all the time in the world. Black gown, elegant. Natural hair styled in locks that frame her face like a crown. No diamonds, no flash. Just presence. The kind of presence that makes a room rearrange itself. She speaks briefly to the event coordinator, who nods quickly, nervously. I watch her scan the room. Then her eyes find mine. And she smiles. If you're enjoying this story, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what happens next. She walks toward me, not rushed, not hesitant, just certain. I stand. Vanessa's watching from across the room. I can feel it. The woman stops in front of me. Her hand reaches up and touches my chest gently. Right over my heart. Got stuck in traffic, she says softly. It happens. Did I miss anything? Nothing important. She leans in and kisses my cheek, then sits beside me like this is exactly where she's supposed to be. Because it is. Her name is Imani, my wife. The room is trying very hard not to stare. They're failing. Imani pours herself water from the table carafe. You look tense. I'm fine, Marcus reply. I ran into Vanessa. Imani's glass pauses halfway to her lips. Ah, she says quietly. And how was that? About what you'd expect? She sets the glass down. Her hand finds mine under the table. She doesn't say anything else, doesn't need to. A man approaches our table. Older, expensive watch. The kind of confidence that comes from generational money. Mrs. Lawson, he says, we didn't expect you tonight. This is a pleasant surprise. Imani smiles. I like to show up for causes that matter. The man's eyes flick to me. And this is my husband, Marcus Cole. The man blinks, extends his hand quickly. Richard Pemberton. It's an honor, I shake his hand. Not likewise. He lingers for a moment, clearly recalibrating something in his head. Then excuses himself. When he's gone, I lean toward Imani. He didn't know about me. Most of them don't, she replies. I prefer it that way. Less noise, I should explain. Imani Lawson, founder and CEO of Lawson Equity Partners. $14 billion in managed assets, featured in Forbes twice. Keeps a low profile despite the zeros in her accounts. We met 18 months ago. I was consulting for a small nonprofit that needed forensic accounting work. They couldn't afford the big firm, so they called me. Imani was on the board. Not that I knew who she was at the time. She just seemed like a sharp woman who asked good questions. We grabbed coffee after one of the meetings, then dinner, then more dinners. 6 months later, I married her in a small ceremony on the coast of Maine. 20 guests, no press, no headlines. She didn't marry me because I was rich. She married me because I saw her as Imani. Not a portfolio, not connections, just her. Dinner is served. Some kind of salmon with herbs I can't pronounce. Vanessa's table is across the room. She keeps glancing over, trying to figure it out. One of her friends approaches our table. Nervous smile. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say I'm a huge admirer of your work, Mrs. Lawson. The literacy initiative in Atlanta? Life-changing. Imani nods graciously. Thank you. That project is close to my heart. The woman glances at me. And you are... Before I can answer, Imani speaks. My husband. He's the one who restructured the financial model for that initiative, actually. Named pro bono work that saved us about $2 million in overhead. The woman's eyes widen. Oh, that's... Wow. She retreats back to Vanessa's table. I watch her whisper. Watch Vanessa's face change. The awards portion begins. Tanya receives her recognition. I clap loudly. Imani does too. Then the host announces a special acknowledgement. This evening's largest donor has asked to remain anonymous, but I've been given permission to share that their contribution has single-handedly funded our scholarship program for the next 5 years. Applause fills the room. Imani sips her water. I look at her. You didn't tell me. She shrugs. It's Tanya's night, not mine. After the ceremony, people mingle. Vanessa finally approaches. She's trying to look casual, but her jaw's tight. Marcus, she ignores Imani entirely. Can we talk? About what? She hesitates. I didn't realize you were involved with someone. Married, I correct. 2 years now. Vanessa's eyes finally move to Imani. Assessing, calculating. And you are? Imani Lawson. The name registers. I watch it hit. Lawson as in Lawson Equity Partners. Yes, Vanessa's composure cracks. Just barely. She looks at me. Does it matter? I just don't understand. When we were together, I never what? I ask calmly. Showed ambition? Reached my potential? She flinches. You told me I'd never amount to anything, Vanessa. Said I was comfortable being small? Maybe you were right. Maybe I was comfortable. But being comfortable with myself meant I didn't need to perform success for people who wouldn't recognize the real thing anyway. Imani stands, smooths her gown. Yeah, we should check on Tanya, she says to me. Then to Vanessa. It was nice meeting you. We walk away. Outside the ballroom, Tanya finds us. Marcus, Imani, did you see? They gave me a standing ovation. You deserved every second, I tell her. She hugs Imani. And thank you. I know it was you. The anonymous donation. Imani smiles. I have no idea what you're talking about. Tanya laughs, wipes her eyes. I love you both. Later we stand near the hotel entrance. The valet brings our car. Nothing flashy. A modest SUV. Imani never cared for showing off. She looks at me. You okay? I nod. Yeah, I am. Vanessa was wrong about you. I know. She takes my hand. You were never small, Marcus. You were just waiting for someone who could see the full picture. I bring her hand to my lips. Kiss it gently. I wasn't waiting, I tell her. I was building. Quietly. Carefully. The right people always find you eventually. She smiles. We drive home. The city lights blur past. Some men need a billionaire wife to prove their worth. I just needed one who already saw it. If this story resonated with you, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that remind us all of our worth. The end.